All AEDY programs are monitored as part of the AEDY cyclical monitoring process. Let's go over 5 keys to have a successful monitoring. As we review the 5 keys for success during monitoring, reference the FSA checklist for sending LEAs and AEDY programs found in the description and on our website. This is a great tool to monitor your progress during monitoring prep and make sure that everything has been completed. Pay special attention to the counseling logs before uploading. These logs will be used to verify that 2.5 hours or more of counseling per week was provided to all students. Ensure the logs are accurate, cover the last 3 months for all students in placement during the week of monitoring, and include all required information: student attendance, group topics, the name of the counselor leading the group, the date, as well as the start and stop times of the counseling session. Remember that if a student is absent, it should be noted in the log. Absent students should not simply be left off the log during that time slot. Templates are available on the AEDY website as Word, Excel, and Google Sheets documents. Procedures should include the who, what, how, and when. 4 are required for upload: procedures for restraint, translation, transcription, and interpretation, intake procedure for students with disabilities, including students with IEPs, 504s, and who are thought to be, and the formal periodic review, including contacting parents and families. As you write or revise your procedures, ensure the who, what, how, and when are included in each step. The goal is to be able to hand the procedure off to anyone on staff and have it be sufficiently detailed for them to follow. Remember that if the procedure is updated, staff should also receive training on the new procedure. See the pop-up practice, How to Write an Effective Procedure, for more support. Verify that the student referral roster and leader services is up to date. Check that the statuses are accurate. For example, students currently seated are marked as in placement, and correct any which are outdated. Students exiting the program should be marked as such on the placement page in their referrals. Verify the timeline is correct and aligned with child accounting at the sending LEAs. The first day in placement is the first day a student is assigned to be at the program, even if they did not actually attend. Make sure all formal periodic reviews, or FPRs, are uploaded to the student referrals. This includes both initial FPRs, which are required during the first 5 days of a student's placement, as well as the 45-day FPRs. As a reminder, 45-day FPRs are required for all students, including those who have been expelled. When uploading student files for monitoring, make sure everything stays in the right place. Each student referral should have an informal hearing signature page, which includes signatures from the parent, student, and LEA administrator, an individualized ELPLEN or ELILLP, if the student's an English learner, and all formal periodic reviews, including the initial FPR completed within those first 5 days of placement and all subsequent 45-day FPRs. Note that the informal hearing signatures and ELILLP should be uploaded by the sending LEA before the student was seated. Next, upload the documents required only during a monitoring. These are not uploaded to the student referrals, but instead are found in the FSA under student records. Uploads should include all special education documents as well as any restraint logs and injury reports. Remember, these documents are only required during monitoring and only go in the FSA student records, not the individual student referrals. Goals should be individualized to each student and focus on the underlying reason behind the behavior of concern. Use the behavior assessment and any other data available to help determine the cause. For example, if a student has been referred to AEDY because they brought a knife to school in their backpack, here are 3 possible reasons as to why. The student went hunting yesterday after school and forgot to remove the knife. The student didn't feel safe on their walk to school this morning and brought the knife for protection. Or the student intended to cause harm to a classmate. All of these causes result in the same behavior of bringing a knife to school, but should have very different behavioral goals. When your team writes goals, take these underlying reasons into account to address the root cause of the behavior. Thanks for joining me on today's pop-up practice, where practice makes progress. Be sure to check out the pop-up practices playlist for more.